All right, the epic moment of disconnecting the power. There it is, folks. I built this thing on a wire. It's a cha-cha-cha moment. There it is. Independent power. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back to Build a House with me, Jim. I'm Jim, and it's episode 144. So I've only been able to upload once a month lately because everything is so labor intensive. It's hard to fill up 10 or 15 minutes of video with just small things. So we're going to try to do larger chunks now so that you at least aren't completely bored. So I'm working in the mechanical room here. And you can see that I've got it boxed off. Somebody gave me an old set of speakers, so I've refurbished them, and that's what that's doing there. And I like my tunes. So anyway, enough about the speaker. And then I'm coming along this wall here, and I've bumped out all this plumbing. Used to be kind of strapped to the wall. Now it's set inside the wall so that I can get in behind there and insulate. And now I'm doing the same thing here. You can see here what I'm doing. I built out that part even with the insulation, and now I'm going to put another facade wall on top of that for the drywall, and I'm going to get all this plumbing stuff figured out. I'll run some plumbing lines down here, one cold for the toilet, one hot and cold for the bathroom sink, and then another two here for the shower. So just finished putting that foam insulation stuff around the pipe. They want all that stuff insulated. So let's do this. I'm going to build a wall here, facade wall. Take care of some of these plumbing matters. Move on down the line. Okay, so basically I'm getting that bottom plate ready, and what they want is whenever there's wood touching like concrete basement floor, they want that foam stuff. So yeah, I just kind of adhered a little bit on there, and it's rippled so that if there's any moisture, it can basically dry without damaging your wood. But I think it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if that's, but you know, it makes sense, I guess. So there it is. That's what they wanted. All right, the days are going by, and this plumbing stuff is insanely fun, but it's also insanely time consuming. So today I got the toilet feed in and extended some of these further. So now we're going to go to the shower, put a couple one hot, one cold to the shower, and then we're going to kind of break out onto this wall here, and there'll be no plumbing. It's just insulation and working with the studs. So putting a lot of hours in these evenings. I think it's close to 9 o'clock right now, but it's dry, it's warm, and it's been a long time working outside in the rain for the first 3 years. So we're finally out of the rain, and I got some tunes. It's a controlled environment, and now I have electricity here, so it's working out real good. Pretty happy with everything, and happy to be working. All right, so there it is. I have successfully plumbed in my first full bathroom. And as you can see, there's a hot and cold for the sink, one cold for the toilet. Always have to offset your supply to the left of the toilet, because that's where how they work. And then you've got a red and a blue, hot and cold for this future, probably just like a shower stall. So my first bathroom, plumbed it in. Believe it or not, it looks like it would be like an hour job, but it's far more involved. You got to make sure all your sizing is right and all the crimping and etc. So it took me a few hours for sure. Probably even 6 hours, believe it or not. Nonetheless, a bathroom is a very usable thing. And down here in the basement, who knows, in 20 or 30 years when I move on to a far more serene place, as we all do eventually, someone else will be living here. No doubt someone will be living in this basement. That's why I'm doing this. Just kind of thinking ahead. And it'd be nice for me to have a bathroom in the basement. All right, there it is, the behemoth wall with the 8-foot sliding glass window, 4x6 window in the den, 42-inch by 8-foot door, mega door. Again, another 8-foot sliding window with another 4x6 window in the family room. You look out this window and you'll have a nice shot of the ocean, but you can't see much right now. So Monday morning we stand this thing up with a big crane truck, and you can see all the insulation and whatnot's put in there. Now I have another session's work. I have to put blocking in where the sheeting will fasten to the wall. So show you that when we get to it. Very, very, very pleased with this. This is just, I can't believe that I'm here. I can't believe it. And just a few days left to the third year. So very exciting. And season 3 is right around the corner, and it's going to be the best year ever on this job, on this house, on this experience, on this adventure. And I just learned so much every day. And let's get her done safely, effectively, and efficiently. Alright, got a bunch more of this wall done today. Got about 9 hours in today. Nice day. And I'll carry on down there in future sessions, then eventually along the back wall. So, yeah, looking good. Really happy. It's coming along nice, and it's pretty straightforward, not complicated, progressive work. So I always like that when I know what I'm doing, and it goes as to be expected, and I'm not walking down a dark hallway. So it's looking good. Okay, so as you can see, I finished that big long back wall there, and I'm coming around the back side here. And then this evening, I focused on rerouting these plumbing, hot and cold plumbing supplies. They used to be jammed in here, and it looked unprofessional. So I drilled some holes and put them there. So I think that's a lot better. I'm a lot happier with that. All right, so we just continue to work here in this basement, and it's gonna be a couple months in here, but it'll be worth it, and we'll just keep carrying on.
What happened?
Well, there he is, folks. Graham, the no pain back plumber.
No pain today.
No pain today, and he finally got that terrible condition sorted out. We are doing some plumbing today. So what we're preparing to do is plug Make sure that all these are buttoned up nicely. You tighten this one up, Graham? No, this one's loose.
Put the plugs in those.
Oh, gotcha. So we're going to show you what we're going to do here in order to test all this plumbing. The inspector wants it fully loaded with water, then he'll come by and make sure all these joints aren't leaking. And so we're just going to do a little filming. But it's great to have Graham back, and after a year and a half, he's back. Things happen quickly here. And we're excited about getting this. We're excited about getting this checked off the inspection list. Absolutely. Third leak right there. Unfortunate. That's going to be a good challenge too. But we can do it. Over the last year and a half, this whole area here became very weeded or infested with weeds. So summer's a good time. Last night I literally dug out all the weeds. Summer's a great time to do this kind of landscape work because we don't got a lot of precip, and I'm going to have a big, huge 12 to 14 yard load of 3/4 inch crushed gravel. It's been a long time since I've shoveled 14,000 pounds of gravel, so I missed that. And I'm going to finish this area, and it should almost be maintenance free. I'm going to get it nice and thick. Now, I've also picked up some of these treated 2x8s, and I'm going to run them in on edge here. I'm going to ride them up 2 inches higher. That'll allow me to put the aggregate a little bit higher, kind of even out this grade just slightly, although it's probably more than 2 inches. It'll help a little bit. Retain the gravel as well, and also pretty heavy duty, so if a car should happen to drive on them, chances are they're not going to mess up the wood. There'll be some stability there. I also have options to like fasten the wood to the concrete by either lag bolting it or just even fastening it to the concrete with screws. So a little side project for me, because I don't know, I was working inside there and it's much more tedious type work. I cleared out the weeds last night, and I should be able to shovel a load of gravel here reasonably quickly, and it'll be satisfying to like have accomplished a large thing. It's just what I need, a little bit of progress, because it's very slow doing all the stuff inside the house. Okay, so what I'm doing today is installing a refrigerator ice box. So basically when you have a fridge in your house, there's a separate line for the ice cube maker. And what they want is this thing called a fridge box. So I'm going to hook that up and show you how it's done, so you can do it at your house and have delicious ice cubes with your favorite cold beverage. Here we go. All right, so what they want you to do is put these plastic tabs in here and then like mount this to wood or something. But it's a little bit feeble as far as I'm concerned. So what I'm gonna do is just mount a nice good old fashioned 2x6 in there. I'll drill 4 holes in the back of the ice box, and it ain't going nowhere, folks. And you wanna make sure that you've got enough space on the side there for your drywall, and then it kind of sticks out an extra 1/8 of an inch. So let's install it. So yeah, that's mounted really good there. Now I'll put some high density insulation behind it, just kind of make it a little bit better. And this job will probably take me about 20-25 minutes. And plumbers make about, in this neck of the woods, they make about $100 an hour Canadian, plus your service tax. And this ice box here, which I think I paid about $40 for, would have been marked up as well. So these are the little things that add up that you can save a lot of money building your own house. Definitely not rocket science, let me tell you that right now. All right, there it is, folks. That is just so much superior, having this. You see that there? That just comes off. You put your drywall in. I took a piece of 1/2 inch plywood, used it as a spacer. After the drywall goes on, this little decorative ring or whatever goes on, Bob's your uncle, and you got ice in your fridge, just like that. I think I will cut a piece of high density insulation foam in from behind here, though. I can do that real quick. that was fun. Little insulation. All right, that's all prepped up. And tomorrow I will film a tandem truck load of 3/4 inch crushed gravel dumped right there. And you know, I was just so happy with the way this controlled the weeds when I did this last year. You know, some people might not like it, they might say too much gravel, but man, I need to work on the house, not mow lawns or trim stuff and keep everything nice. So, you know, little patches of green grass, some gravel, but guess what? That's gonna be gravel. 10 feet out, it's gonna be all deck anyway. So it's just incredible how much the crushed rock suppresses ground growth. I don't really know why. I can't give you a legit reason, but it really does work. This is proof of it. We've literally done no maintenance on this driveway this year at all. So let's do it. All right, so I just did it so it'd be easier for you to understand. This is the hot water supply and the cold water supply, and I've linked them and hooked it into the hose bib, which is 3 hose bibs on the house, and they all run off this line. So all the water infrastructure is interconnected. And then down here, you put your typical garden hose on there. And then once you fill up the house full of water, then you pump it up and add extra pressure to 160, possibly 200. I have to confirm that. I'm not quite sure. I'm getting 2 different numbers, but then the inspector comes by, sees that the whole system is compressed and holding pressure, and will pass me on the inspection. It's very similar to the gray water, which, as we talked about earlier, these little black balloons in here, we fill them up with air and it plugs the bottom, and then we fill it all up with water, and that way we can see if any of these joints are actually leaking. There's 3 separate lines for the gray water in the house. This one's actually full of water right now and has no leaks, but we have a couple repairs to make to the other lines, and with any luck, this won't leak and pass plumbing inspection. Pretty darn exciting. It's a long haul, man. You gave me 18 minutes of your life. I really appreciate it. If it's anybody other than family and friends, thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I know it's been a long time. On July 13th, I'll be going in year 5. So anyway, I am working on it all the time. Had the door taken away yesterday by the doorman. He's hanging it. Pro hanging job. He'll be bringing that back next week. And things are underway. I'm doing the gravel outside, so I'm doing lots of different things. So there's not a lot of progress, but lots of like collective progress. I like variety. It makes work a little funner and easier for me if I got different kinds of things to do. All right, so I'm gonna go shovel some gravel now in the driveway, and we'll show you a little picture of that. Quite a bit of gravel there left, but I'll use it and touch up some of these spots down here. And around the back of the house is kind of a mess. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.